You ready? I'm so ready. I've never been more ready in my goddamn life. Where am I going to play Peaconk? I think it's just the best league starter for new players. It's an insane league starter in general, but it's also really easy to do. What would you say to a person coming from POE 2 to POE 1 this season? Good luck. Good luck, brother. It's going to be really fun, but it's going to be a lot of learning. Can you close the league information window? I'm worried if I close this window, it'll cancel my queue. Why is there even a cancel option? Like, who? Like, has there been a single player in the history of POE 1 or POE 2 that were in queue and I'm like, nah, I want to cancel this shit? Like, what is the point of that? Oh my god. We are almost ready to go. I'm in. I'm in. I need to lock the fuck in here.
Come here, quickly.
What the fuck is this? Where's the next zone? Holy fuck. Oh my god, this fucking guy's spawn camping me. I don't know the mechanic. Oh my god. Okay, we move on. We move on. Okay. We are in Erie? We had a rough start. I think we're a little late, like 26-minute Act 1. I got no fucking clue, though. Are we winning? It's not terrible. I'm making, like, some small mistakes, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it'll be okay. Oh, man. Where do I get my money? Anyone know? We're so broketh.
May a new dawn arise.
It took me 355. Ugh.
She is pleased.
What the fuck? We have a 6 link? What the fuck? And it's on a good base. Oh my god. Wait, it's only worth nothing. Wasn't even that lucky. Is that a red map? Ooh, first red map, boys. Ooh, my second red map. Oh, my first, okay, my first div, boys. Huge. Man, that sounds beautiful. Okay, another Tinky. Second Tink of the league, that's not bad. That is not bad. Okay, that's bad. that is bad, though. Ooh. What?
That chroma.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What is that? Sorry. Nothing out of the ordinary there, boys. That happens sometimes. That's why you really have to make sure you spec the tree properly, boys. I've been telling you guys this from the beginning. You gotta work smart, not hard here, okay? Okay, so that's pretty much day one. We spent around 24.5 hours straight playing POE 1. My old ass arms and wrists actually hurt so badly right now. But just to give you guys a recap of like what we did today, essentially we just got through campaign as quickly as possible. I think it took us around just under 4 hours to do. We raced with Lance. He fucking clapped our cheeks pretty badly. He finished in 3.5 hours. But I want to say, beware. If you are a tourist, Lance is the biggest tourist trap in POE 1. He initially said that it would take him 4 or 5 hours to run through campaign. And he was like, oh, let's do a little Act 1 through 10 race. He did it in 3.5 hours, okay? Don't get scammed by him like I did. But anyways, once we're done with campaign, we essentially pushed through maps with just Peaconk, nothing, like no upgrades, pretty much just everything that we got, we gambled through Faustus, and we pushed until like tier 5, tier 6 until we had enough currency. I think it was like 20, maybe 25 chaos in order to buy a Peaconk of Bouncing. That skyrocketed our damage. Then we also bought a Dendro, the body armor, that also skyrocketed our damage. Those two purchases were like 40, maybe 50 chaos together, half a div. Like I knew that it was going to be enough damage to help us push and deep into red maps, like tier 14, 15s, we were being chilling. And what I did was I used all my currency, like all the extra currency from that point on that I had, I put into flips. The most notable one was the taming flip, which I can actually show you right now how to do. It's very, very easy. So the end result is going to be this ring, but the way you actually get it is by buying this ring, the 3 barracks, barracks respite, barracks grip, and barracks pass, and you just vendor them. So these 3 barracks will then combine when you vendor them into this unique prismatic ring, which is the taming. I probably made like 10 div today just doing this on the side. So pretty much the way it works is I'm just like, I'm just pushing maps, the tiers, getting my Atlas points. Well, on the side, if I have gold, which I, usually didn't, but I do now, I would just be flipping these on the side. And that just makes it so even if I'm just like farming tier 7 maps, I'm still making like a few div an hour just because I can flip tamings on the side. But also on top of that, these fucking Blight currencies are actually so stupidly broken. I mean, I don't know what the proper tree setup is, but I personally went something like this where you just focus on getting body armors and you focus on them being index is like the best combo. And you want, all these other things that just essentially give it like higher likelihood to have good mods and higher likelihood, most importantly, to be linked together. But anyways, I think I farmed 4 or 5 6 links doing this, which I sold for probably around a div total. They kind of got deflated pretty quickly because everyone is doing it. It was pretty obvious that this was going to be broken, especially when Ziggy D kind of showed it. But yeah, I made most of my currency just like, farming. I think I dropped like 10 divine in currency total, with 2 of them being like natural divines. And then I probably flipped like 10 div worth of tamings. And I also got giga lucky. I dropped 20 divine from one of these currencies because if you see here, you have a 5% chance for birth currency to drop as a full stack, right? So it's a 1 in 20. I hit the divine and then I hit the fucking wild growth. It was nuts. Biggest dopamine boost of my goddamn life. Okay, so I switched from Peaconk because I realized that something like KB will just have way, way better clear than Peaconk will. It just AoEs monsters down, and the best way to farm is by killing a lot of monsters. So naturally I transitioned from Peaconk to KB, and that's just because I had enough money to do so because I was flipping the tamings. I think I had around 5, maybe 10 div worth of like total value in my stash. So I just liquidated a lot of it and I made the switch to Peaconk. And this is pretty much the gear that I've had since the swap. I have a wand that I just bought fractured and then I rolled some tier 2 of the lightning, the wrath essences on it. I lucker dog the tier 1 crit multi, and then I just crafted on the crit chance. I bought the base for like 15 chaos or some shit like that. They're super cheap. Esh's mirror, this was like 10C or something. These boots were like 15C. This belt, I actually gambled from Faustus in campaign. These gloves, maybe 15C. And then this necrotic body armor I bought for, I think the base was 2 div, and then I crafted it for like a div. So 3 div on the body armor, just to get a 6 link with some pretty good defensive stats. And also, some resistances on there. And then this is the fledgling helmet that Fub Gun, our goat, has in his pob. And yeah, I mean, the rest of the gear is just kind of like more offensive stats. I would say probably like 5 or 6 div maximum. I would say total net worth right now from this stage. So just in raw currency, we probably have like 5 to 10 div here, including like the exotic currencies. So that's like 35 div. And then in our Faustus, we easily have another like 5, maybe 10 div. So I'd say like we probably have like 45 div conservatively, and maybe upwards of 50 div, depending on if things sell for like, what we're pricing them at. But not a bad way to end the day. Like we're pretty in a very good spot. We're probably going to sleep like 8 to 10 hours tonight and then log back in tomorrow and really just get this fucking show back on the road,